Hey, Carly here from The Habit Ayurvedic Wellness. I teach moms Ayurveda. I teach moms simple, daily, and seasonal rituals that help them just check off the boxes in the mental and physical and emotional well-being department in the most effective way possible so that you can move on to the rest of your day and take care of the ones that you love in a way that matters. And today I want to talk about Ayurveda and religion. Sometimes I get this question, is Ayurveda a religion or is Ayurveda religious? And the answer is no, it's not a religion, it's science. Ayurveda is almost 7,000-year-old science, and it's actually very recently Nobel Prize winning science. Ayurveda teaches you to understand how your physical body works as a human on this planet. Ayurveda teaches you to understand how your hormones function, how your organs function, and how to support healthy organ function, how to support your digestion, how to support consistent, healthy sleep rhythms, how to support consistent daily energy. It teaches you about the functions of your nervous system and what stress response looks like and what relaxation response looks like and the most effective ways to take you out of fight or flight and into rest and restore. Ayurveda teaches you the specifics of your mind and body type and which types of movement and which types of foods would be most effective and most impactful in keeping you well balanced and healthy. It's not a religion. It's interesting when we talk about this Nobel Prize winning science, because it was 2017. These doctors in physiology won the Nobel Prize in medicine for their studies on circadian rhythm. So this is studies on how the human body functions throughout the 24-hour cycle of the day and what that impact has on your longevity. And what they found is when you live in alignment with nature's cycles, like you rise just before the sun and you go to sleep shortly after the sun sets, and there's a number of different habits that you can establish that supports living in alignment with nature. And what they found is that people's lifespans were well increased, the experience of disease was decreased, and just all kinds of incredible things happen when you just simply live as a human naturally would on this planet if we didn't have junk light and staying up. If we didn't have electricity, we wouldn't likely be staying up well into the wee hours of the night through squinting eyes watching another episode of our favorite show on Netflix. But here we are living in this culture, so sometimes that happens. It's all about balance, you guys. So it's great that these studies are happening. There's also, Ayurveda teaches about the best times of day to eat your food, and science is now proving this to be correct. We talk about eating your largest meal when the sun is highest in the sky because from the scientific perspective, your body, your liver, your gallbladder is secreting the most bile to break down your food. Your Agni, your digestive fire, is at its highest when the sun is highest in the sky. And then it starts to dampen down as the sun goes down. And I talk a lot more about that and how to understand that in my Everyday Ayurveda course. But it's fascinating to see that thousands of years later, things that were theorized thousands of years ago are now being proven to be accurate. But it's not just scientific study that proves these things to be accurate. For 5,000 years and beyond, we have seen, it has been observed to be beneficial for us to engage in these Ayurvedic practices. This is why this is one of the longest standing holistic healing sciences, because it works, because there is observational study of thousands of years of people feeling well and balanced and like life is easier and having a longer lifespan and having proper digestion and more energy and just a better life all around through these really simple practices for thousands of years. So it's not a religion. It is a science. But what this science teaches you is to treat your body like a temple, which is, a lot of what religion is about, especially, Buddhism teaches that everything that we need for health and happiness can be found within when we go inward. And these are the practices of Ayurveda, is tending to this temple, this house where you only have one. This here is the only place you have to live. So, especially when I talk to moms, like, we take so much time in our days tidying up our freaking houses. Like, we spend so much time cleaning up our external environment. So to insert a few minutes a day of like cleaning up your internal environment, totally a good practice, right? And the nice thing about Ayurveda is that it is just a few minutes a day. It is taught in a way that is the most effective for your mind and body type, the most impactful for your mind and body type in the smallest amount of time possible. And I do my best to help you engineer it into your day in a way that makes sense with your current schedule. So I can't think of something that is closer to a religion, but it's not. This isn't about prayer or setting up altars or anything wild like that. This is about just taking care of yourself, living well, removing obstacles to you getting after your goals through these what happen to be ancient practices that are actually really fun and cool, and you'll love them and your kids will love them. So I am excited. I'm going to share with you some more information on this coming up. Make sure that you don't miss out by subscribing to my emails at thehabit.net/subscribe. You can also follow me on Facebook at The Habit, and what was the other thing? Join my free group. It's called Less is More, and I'll put a link right in here as well. So I hope that you got a lot out of this, and let me know, have you ever even heard of Ayurveda? Did you think that it was had a religious context? And what's your takeaway from this conversation today? All right, we'll talk soon.